Welcome everybody. It's Chris Murray here. Today, this training could be worth $500,000 to you. When you do the math about how your enrollment, what the value of one enrollment is to your business, it's just an incredible thing, guys. What you have in your business that not any other local business has is you have the capability to gain a client that's going to give you a consistent flow of revenue every single month tuition or every single week for the next 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, depending on how long your program goes, and with after school, etc. That is an insane lifetime customer value. And if you do the math on that, you will see that the average week's tuition of $200 times 52 weeks is $10,000 just for one child for 1 year. And so that's why this training has the potential to be worth $500,000 or $1 million to you once you start testing offers and doing really good, exciting, what we call wow offers. January is a great time to do that. So you'll see what I teach, to our Child Care Success Academy members and our clients is that it's very predictable. Usually, if you look at your flow of revenue, if you mapped out on a graph your revenue, your monthly revenue, and you look at it for a 3 or 5 or 10-year history, you will see that it has a very consistent flow, typically, which is that it's usually low in September and gradually comes up, and then there's a bump in activity, in enrollment-based activity in January, whether it's because families are on vacation during the holidays and then they come back and they decide that they want to make a change from their existing preschool, or they might move over the Christmas holidays to a new neighborhood, or for whatever reason, it feels like January is, and often has been documented to be, a high enrollment month. Not typically as high as August, September, but it is definitely a month of a bump, of a boost. And so taking advantage of the natural momentums in your marketplace is a writer downer, a best practice, something you can take away from this training to understand the ebbs and flows of how your cash flow and your revenue and your enrollment inquiries typically ebb and flow, and then understanding and leveraging the flow and then trying to fill in on the ebb, and get those enrollments up, especially even during the quiet times as you want to experiment with special offers. And so promotions don't have to be a money off offer. If you feel like that cheapens your brand, even though I argue that doing a limited time promotion does not cheapen your brand, and we have all sorts of evidence of that, and my own company included. So I'll invite you to think differently about that. But if you don't want to do a money off offer, a tuition discount, you can do what's called a premium or a gift. So there's 3 things that you need to have this result. You're driving towards a result, towards a goal of 10 to 40 new enrollments this month using a January promotion. Today is January 14th. So you still have plenty of time to put this into place. You need 3 things. It's pretty simple. You need a wow offer, you need a deadline, and you need at least 5 ways to promote the offer. Okay? So your wow offer is something like, at its most simplistic, $500 off tuition, save $100 per month for the next 5 months. And that is easy. It's easy to understand. It's a good value. So I want to compel you and pull you into this idea of, if one enrollment is worth $10,000 in revenue, and then you can apply your profit margin to that. And the fuller you get, the higher your profit margin, by the way, then you owe it to yourself and to your teachers, to your school's abundance, to grow the enrollment by doing special offers and giving something like a $500 value or a $1,000 value in tuition discounts. And you can spread that over the months so you don't feel that all in the beginning when they enroll. So one of the ones that our members have used most widely and most successfully is the $500 off tuition, $100 a month over the next 5 months that you are enrolled with us to the family. And that's great because it also gets them in their mindset that they're going to stay there for at least 5 months. And hopefully you're going to build that relationship just amazingly over that 5 months and they're not going anywhere, right? Or you can do more than that. You could do, we've had some people do 6 months, $600, $100 a month, 6 months. You could do $1,000. You could do it for 10 months. You can do 4 weeks free. A lot of people have done that. That's kind of nice because then it's just based on their tuition value. It's not a set money in stone offer, 4 weeks free tuition, or at a very minimum, 2 weeks free tuition, nothing less than that. And you want to do that math for people. So you really want on your coupon, your flyer, your ad, you want a dollar figure of savings. And so if you do the 2 week free or the 4 week free, you want to calculate a range or an average for what that's going to represent. So the average family that equates to an average of $400 in savings, because you want to just do that math for people. Because they might not be thinking about the value of 2 free weeks of tuition. That doesn't really hit them as a wow offer. Does that make sense? So that's the first part, is getting the offer right, getting it crisp, getting it clear, making it simple. Simple is best. And as I taught on the prior live, which did not work out this morning, that confused minds never buy. Confused minds don't buy. So when you confuse your prospect with very complicated offers, like 2 weeks free if you are full-time, but then part-timers only get this, or you can choose from this, or you could, and you put all these caveats on your offers, you can have some fine print, but you want the actual offer itself to be simple, clear, and concise so that people can get it, they get the value, and they are motivated to what? Take action, right? So, and you can also model offers you've seen. If you've seen a special offer that's given by a retailer, a restaurant, something that you think is cute and very, very creative, bring that to the table. Talk about it, in the comments below, or talk about it with your team, and you guys can brainstorm with each other, with your teachers, and get them to help you figure out what are some fun, cool, and unique offers that you've seen in your community that you can then model. So one of the best practices is what's going on outside the childcare field that you see other people doing that you can then model for yourself, right? So we love, love, love that. So that's the offer. And as I mentioned, it doesn't have to be a discount. It can also be a gift. So a premium or a gift is when you enroll, you will receive a romance package, which would tie into a Valentine's Day related offer. And we've had people do that super successfully. We've had people do that for a referral reward also, so that when you refer a family, you get a romance package for 2 during the month of February, which includes dinner, a dozen roses, and a bottle of champagne. And maybe you could even figure out a way to offer childcare combined into that offer as well, or $50 towards babysitter or whatever. So again, what is a value of a enrollment worth to you, and what are you willing to promote to do for that? You could also do something like a shopping spree, or a Kindle, or some kind of electronics thing. iPads, iPad minis used to be really hot. Whatever's hot in your market and whatever is fun. You could do a family day at a water park, like a Great Wolf Lodge, for the offer. So when you enroll, you get a fun day with your family. It's an experience, and go to Great Wolf Lodge on us for the day, or maybe even overnight. So that's super fun and awesome. And you'll get payback on that offer because people will social media post about it and take pictures, and then you can use those to further market and talk about the families that took you up on it and all the fun that they had at Great Wolf Lodge. And then that just continues to leverage what you're doing in your marketing and in your enrollment building. Okay, so that's the offer. The second thing you need is a deadline. And this is because we want our folks to take action, right? So we want to give them a very clear path for how to take action. What to do next when you want to learn more about this offer is you can go to this webpage. You can just simply give us a call. Let's book a tour for you. And we can't wait to get to know you and your child. But you need to do that by January 31st or what have you. The deadline should be around a 3-week time frame from when you start your promotion. That's a general rule of thumb. You want it to be long enough for people to get their tour booked and enroll during that promotion, and give yourself enough time to talk about it a lot and get it out in the community. So most of our folks are doing a 4-week promotion. And because we're in mid-January, if you just want to do a bump in January, you can do one now and it can expire on January 31st, and you can get it out there this week and it'll be a 2.5-week promotion or 2-week promotion, and that's perfectly fine. Or you can say anybody that enrolls by Friday, February 1st, which is an easy deadline to remember. So if it's memorable, if it's on a Friday, you can test the effectiveness of that. I like to do Fridays for my deadlines in general. But the most important thing to do around your deadline is remind people. And so hopefully you're building your email list. We'll talk about that on a future live training, and how, and that you should be blasting back to your email list with, don't forget tomorrow's the deadline, and on your Facebook page, don't forget tomorrow's the deadline for getting the 4 weeks free on the January promotion that we're doing. Okay. And since you're not getting started until maybe later this week with this concept, you could make your deadline Valentine's Day, which would give you a full almost a month to do this. And you could make it more of a promotion around, we love our families, and Cupids and hearts and cute pictures of, babies with Cupid arrows and whatnot. Don't get, too overly over the top chintzy with it, but that's a really, really fun thing. And you could do the romance package and tie it into a holiday with your deadline as well. So that's another idea to get creative for you. So you got to have a deadline, and you have to have it be prominent, get people to take action. That's what gets people to take action. If you just leave it open-ended, you will not get nearly the amount of results. And then remind. Us here at Child Care Marketing Solutions, at usually 2/3 of our sales come in on the day of the deadline. You guys tend to be very deadline driven, and that just, so if you're that way, your clients are that way, right? And so we remind the heck out of you via email blast and Facebook and other methods. So sometimes we even send out postcards or direct mail to remind people that they're about to miss the deadline and a huge savings. And then finally, you need some ways to promote it. You need a mini marketing plan to promote your offer. So most of the time when people don't get results to their offer, it's because they have too complicated of an offer, or it's not big enough of a value, so it's not a wow offer, or they didn't put a deadline on it, and so people just don't take action, or it's not a clear call to action for what to do. And then, or they just don't promote it enough. The biggest reason that we see for failure on the January promotion is it's just not well marketed enough. You might rely just on Facebook, and you might do some organic posts, but you didn't boost them, and you didn't spend any money, and nobody saw it, and it was just a wah-wah. So you want to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. If you're going to take the time to put this together, and it doesn't take a lot of time and effort, but if you're going to do it right. Okay. So you want 2 or 3 ways of promoting it online. I would say at least 3 ways of promoting it online and then offline. And so some of the key ways that I would like to see you promote it, first and foremost, would be a referral, a parent referral. And I'll speak to the importance of that and how you also work that in a minute. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Hopefully you guys are liking this content. So this is my dentist's card. This is their referral card. And you get this when you join Murray Dental as a client. And this is automatically, they actually give this one of these to you every single time you go for cleaning, just to remind you, because you have to stay right in your customer's head, because otherwise they forget. And then really simple, here's how to use it on the back. And so you could do something like this, which would be for your parent referral program. And so one of the biggest questions that we get from our folks, from you guys, is around how to promote the offer to new clients, new prospects or families, but not anger or sadden or, piss off your existing families, and because they're not getting the deal. And so our stock answer to that is that you will offer a really nice referral reward for your existing clientele to refer during this promotion. And you might even boost it. So you might have this all year long, which is the $100 off to new clients. And then the referring family gets $100. They can either take it as a tuition discount or they can get a cash greenback. And in addition, during this promotion that you're doing in January, we're going to double it. So this is going to go ×2. And in order to get the $600 off deal that new families are getting, Mr. Existing Customer, all you have to do, if you get $200 for a referral reward, is you only have to refer 3 families during this time to get that same deal. Or you might do, if it's $500 off, you can, and you might get a $250 reward. So all you have to do is refer 2 families. And that feels easy to me, to refer 2 families, friends, colleagues, neighbors, and get that same reward. It feels good, and it feels, compensatory, and that's hopefully going to help you solve that whole fear about having prospective parents be grumpy that you're giving deals to new parents and not them. Okay, so referral rewards is for sure one. You want to do that for sure. And then I would also do, for the offline, because this is more of an offline strategy, is the parent referrals. And I would do get flyers and getting people in the community to know about it. So hopefully you have like some pediatricians, OBGYNs, local school elementary offices, salons, Chamber of Commerce friends, and get the word out to all the local businesses that have the same clientele of the people that you serve. And we also call that strategy muffin runs, and that's explained in my book, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then some other strategies that you want to do are, I would do Facebook ads, or at least do posts about your promotion and boost them, which is super easy to do. And Facebook ads, and then Instagram. And then you can create on your website, you can create a landing page, which would be, if you were abclearning.com, it could be abclearning.com/January. And you can put a video up at the page and you can talk about it. You can shoot a video. You might have some video footage. You can put some parent testimonials up there of videos. You can just do something really, really simple and use your phone to take a video. You can do a virtual tour of yourself walking around the school. Jen Slavin of Magic Memories, one of our clients, did that recently. It's super cute and awesome, really easy. And you can be talking about your just special January promotion, what the offer is, and how to take advantage of it. And so you would put that all on a landing page or a page on your website, and then you can link over to it. So that's another great online strategy. And then email blasting is another great online strategy. So, and it doesn't cost you a dime. So hopefully you've been developing your list. You have a list inside of your CRM or inside of your MailChimp, and you email blast all of your clients and let them know that you're doing a special January promotion. And just that one alone, if you've been developing and cultivating that email list, will usually get you 5 to 10 enrollments just by doing email blasting. So those are all ideas, and there's a lot more, and you can learn more about those with my book. And I'm going to pull my book out and just show you a copy, and then I'm going to give you a place to go to get a free copy of my book. But there's 77 ideas in here that will help you figure out for 5 or 6 ways to promote it, because this is chock full of other ideas. So, but just for sake of time, I'm going to move forward and give you the summary. So again, the things that you need to do an effective January promotion that will bring you 6 figures in revenue at a minimum, potentially 7 figures in long-term enrollment revenue, guys. I mean, this is just insanely fantastic. When you do this stuff and you test it, you just need a wow offer, you need a deadline, and you need at least 5 methods of promoting your offer. And that's it.